Saskatchewan's chief medical health officer says he learned from others about a protest outside of his home over the weekend.
Go inside, okay? This is super embarrassing.
The gathering taking place while Dr. Shahab was working.
And I feel sorry for my good neighbors who didn't deserve to be harassed like this, and also for my family who doesn't deserve to see and hear these kind of comments.
Over the past 6 weeks, Dr. Shahab has been mentioned in rallies in front of the legislature, approached while going to his car, and on Saturday, it reached his block. The Premier says while most protests in front of the legislature are respectful, this is different.
What we saw this weekend was a protest that moved from protesting a government decision to protesting a person. That isn't us in this province, and it needs to stop.
He adds that he's unsure if it was racially motivated. The Saskatoon Anti-Racism Network says making Dr. Shahab the target of the protests could come from a sense of white superiority. A facilitator with the group says the protesters didn't have to single out Dr. Shahab because the government ultimately decides what health measures to put in place.
The fact that they chose Dr. Shahab as the target of harassment and intimidation, it's based on this idea that he's a foreigner and he doesn't belong.
The left is messed up.
The Premier says security has been offered to Dr. Shahab and his family to ensure their safety and so he can continue his work. The doctor says no one should be targeted because of their race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation, adding successful societies are inclusive.
The response to this protest by the vast majority of the public was more eloquent than I can ever be, and it gives wind to my sails, certainly. And that is what Saskatchewan is all about and what Canada is all about.
Scott Moe says his government is looking at what can be done about protests in front of public servants' homes. Kyle Benning, Global News.